And hello everyone, welcome to the Season 1 Week 7 BOP tier list video. This week's data was captured Thursday evening CST using the iRacing Reports Discord, link below. Alright, starting off with the Touring Car Challenge, this week it goes to this season's new road course, Magny-Cours. And for the fixed series, it's looking a bit better than last week, which saw the Elantra miles ahead. This week, all but one car have a median time within a second of the Elantra's median. Thus, I have the Elantra S tier, the RS3 A tier, the Civic B, and the Veloster B-. So here's your Touring Car Challenge fixed tier list for this week at Magny-Cours. Alright, and for the open series, the setup adjustments spread the field quite a bit compared to the fixed series. Do note, however, that the number of data points outside of the Elantra are on the low side, making these results not quite as reliable. Regardless, I have the Elantra and Veloster going S tier, the Civic C, and the RS3 D. And so here's your Touring Car Challenge open tier list for this week at Magny-Cours. Alright, moving on to the GT4 Series, which goes to Fuji with a no chicane configuration. And for the fixed series, all cars are looking competitive this week, with the exception of the Porsche. The Mercedes continues to lead the pack, going A+, with the Aston Martin going A. McLaren and BMW are very close, both going B tier, with that Porsche, as I mentioned before, rounding out the field in D. So here's your GT4 Challenge fixed tier list for this week at Fuji. And for the open series, some minor adjustments here, but relatively similar to the fixed series. The Mercedes goes A tier, the McLaren and Aston Martin B+, the BMW falls a bit to B-, while the Porsche stays D. And so here's your GT4 Challenge open net tier list for this week at Fuji. Alright, the GT3 Challenge fixed goes to the new road course this season, Magny-Cours. The Ford and McLaren will be unranked this week, going inconclusive with too few data points. And looking at the data, I got the Mercedes D and the Porsche D- this week, as both are well outside that 1 second window from the Audi's median time, which is going to go A+. Then I have the Ferrari a C+, with the Lamborghini B- and the BMW going B. So here's your GT3 Challenge fixed tier list for this week at Magny-Cours. Just a quick note, if you're enjoying this BOP video, drop the hammer on that like and sub button if you haven't already. And if you'd like to show a little bit more support for the work I put into these types of videos, there's also the super thanks and join buttons below. Now let's see how the BOPs pan out for the GT3s in the 40-minute open setup VRS Sprint race. With setup adjustments allowed, the Audi still stays on top with an A+. However, the BMW and Lamborghini close in quite a bit, with the Lambo going A and the BMW A-. Unfortunately, the Ferrari falls just a bit, going C. The Porsche moves up to a D+, while the Mercedes falls further back, going D-. And again, the Ford and McLaren go inconclusive with too few data points. And so here's your VRS GT3 Sprint tier list for this week at Magny-Cours. Alright, the multi-class open setup IMSA Hagerty series goes to the street circuit, Long Beach this week. The Audi continues to be the top GT3 car this week, going A+. The Lamborghini is its closest competitor, going a B+. The Porsche and Ferrari, both still under a second median time. The Audi's median will go B. The Mercedes median puts it in a C, but do note the top 50 to 25 percentile is skewed well within our B tier cars. For those that know how to drive that Mercedes, might want to stick with it. The BMW seems to struggle here this week though, going D tier. Again, it's interesting to see how the cars are ranking week to week, track to track. Outside of the consistency of the Audi, generally doing well across the board, the Mercedes doing the worst. The BMW and the Porsche seem to flip-flop with each other a bit, while the Ferrari steadily holds that mid-tier, with the Lamborghini the upper mid-tier. At least that's how it's kind of playing out this season so far. And here's your IMSA Hagerty Series GT3 tier list for Long Beach. Alright, and last but not least, let's quickly hit that European Sprint Series, which goes to Interlagos this week. And fortunately, this week, we seem to have enough to throw a tier list together, although all cars are looking quite equally competitive. So I have the A+ to the Porsche, an A to the Corvette, A- to Ford, B+ to the BMW, and a B for the Ferrari. So here's your European Sprint GTE tier list for this week at Interlagos. So there you have it, folks. Please go check out one of my other most recent videos up in the right hand corner, and when I do stream, I do some of my longer official races and league racing here on this channel, and also other various games outside of racing over on my other YouTube channel. Links below for that, as well as my other socials. Now, until next time, safe driving.